Hi, I'm Tim Tuller, canon for music at St. John's Cathedral, and I'm just going to say a few words about the music for this Sunday, April 21st. This is actually Good Shepherd Sunday, and so our readings are going to focus on Jesus as a shepherd. And you'll notice that the hymns we sing and the choir music that we're singing all points towards that same theme of Jesus as a shepherd. Our prelude is the Prelude and Fugue on Victime Pascali Laudes by Paul Benoit. Victime Pascali Laudes is a Roman Catholic plain chant that is associated with Easter season. Many hymns and Easter anthems in the church have been influenced by it. And it's a long chant, but it basically starts out like this. Okay. Now, this prelude and fugue use this as the basis of their melodic material. The prelude sounds very much like Bach. You can tell that Paul Benoit was very much influenced by Bach. He was actually a 20th century Benedictine organist and composer, Paul Benoit, and he wrote a great deal of sacred organ music. This is probably his best known piece. The fugue portion of the Prelude and Fugue starts out with that same theme, but this time it's measured out in a 3/4 meter. So. And it starts out rather quiet, but then over the course of a few pages, it builds and builds and builds until finally the main chant theme is blasted out in massive chords on the full organ. It makes for quite an effective prelude during the Easter season. The offertory anthem this week is Loving Shepherd of Thy Sheep by John Rutter. He's probably the most well-known living English composer. He made his mark over the last few decades, most especially with his Christmas carols and his Christmas carol arrangements. There's hardly a church choir in America or England that has not sung at least some Rutter Christmas carols or Christmas carol arrangements at some point or another. His music tends to be very accessible, and it can often be approached by smaller choirs in churches, and so it has a very broad appeal. And Loving Shepherd of Thy Sheep is a very good example of a Rutter anthem. It just has irresistible melodic charm, and this one is sung a cappella, meaning without any accompaniment. Our postlude this Sunday comes from Léon Boelman, who is a French organist and composer. He lived from 1862 to 1897. He died very young at the age of 35. And he is best known today, in fact, almost exclusively known today, for one piece, that is the Symphonie Gothique from 1895. It's a Gothic symphony. It's a 4-movement work, and the entire work has stayed in the repertoire, but by far and away, the final movement, the toccata, is the best known of the 4 movements. It turns up frequently on organ recitals, and it's a straightforward French organ toccata, meaning it starts out with rapid manual figurations over a thundering pedal line, and it makes for an absolutely wonderful piece for both sacred services and for recitals. I hope you enjoyed the music this Sunday.